Hi, Nicole. Hi, Karen. Hola, Néstor.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos?
I start with Karen. You said that Mia Jordan becomes the villain this season. Is the merger the reason for that change?
Yeah, I think it's overdue, right? I think Mia has been working very hard, and I think it's the morning show chronicles what the human condition looks like for people who work in this particular industry. And for Mia, I think for a long time she has been, behind the scenes, heard but not seen. Mm. And this season, she's heard and seen. Right. She walks around one of the episodes in a red suit. She's looking for blood, is what's happening. I don't know if it's because of the merger or just where she is at the time.
And how does the relationship between Janko and Chris grow? She's an activist, and he doesn't always believe in those causes, but they still help each other.
I love thank you for the question. I love that dynamic that our characters have. And, our phenomenal head writer, Charlotte Stout, talked to us about how, this is sort of a work marriage in a sense, where you may disagree on certain issues, but you love each other, deeply. And I love that she wanted to sort of have that element in the story that on a human level, we completely have each other's back, even as we might argue about any given issue.
Any given issue, and then identify the skill, the passion, and the quirky strangeness
of this guy.
Of this guy here. And really enjoy spending time with him, even though he's deranged.
He's a nut job.
He's a nut job.
And we're all really
Hey.
fortunate if we can find that at work, where we don't have to be the same and we can appreciate each other. So it's such a gift.
Yeah.
Nicole, your character will deal with balancing family and work. Is it important to show that our jobs should let us have a personal life too, even if some bosses don't understand that?
I think, I feel like what's important to show is that we're all trying to navigate that. We're all trying to figure out, including the workspaces, the workplaces, and the bosses are trying to figure out what's humane. And I think Charlotte and Mimi are doing an impeccable job of showing how everyone has these different priorities, and we're navigating, bumping up against each other, with those priorities, whether it's family, whether it's ambition and being looked over, whether it's love.
And Janko shares some controversial ideas to start debates. Has that made you think more about certain topics?
It's interesting. He's sort of a wild card, certainly within the show. He's a free thinker, and I think one of the things I like about Janko, I think it was earlier on where it was established that he doesn't want to be put in any kind of box, and he wants to think through issues on his own and doesn't want to be told to think. And I was like, wow, what an interesting guy! What an interesting, particularly in a room full or a workplace full of.
That was in season 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, a workplace full of very strong, opinionated people. So I appreciate what he's going for, how he wants to stand up for himself, and that mentality. But yeah, he's always, sticking his neck out and saying something.
Getting his hand slapped.
And getting slapped at every turn. As an actor, that's a dream to get to play that. It's a lot of fun to get to play a character that's always stepping in it.
And Karen, you said, I see my acting as activism. Do you agree with everything the show fights for? And how it tries to make the industry better?
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible for the show to do that. One of the things that I pride myself on is being involved with stories and trying to tell a story that can become part of a greater conversation, that people can have something to talk about, right? So my acting as activism is really the base of that is that we all share common ground. Right? But what makes a television drama dramatic is if suddenly that ground is shifting, right? And so who are you when your back is up against the wall, right? And where is the truth of that? It's something we talk a lot about on the morning show, season 4. What is the truth? Where is it, right? And not just in the industry or in the story, but also in each of the characters, which is I love that. That's definitely part of my own personal politics.
I love that. Acting as activism.
Acting as activism. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Gracias.